What should young Christian couples expect from their relational dynamic in the first few years of marriage? And to kind of explain what I mean by that, what should they expect to be the highs and the lows? What things will they find is difficult that they maybe hadn't thought would be difficult? And what things will come easy that maybe would surprise them?
That's a hard question because, one, it's so dependent on the people in the marriage. So I don't know what quirks or what
that's true
things and personality traits people are coming in with to marriage.
Right. When it comes to
more broadly, though.
Yeah.
More broadly, I think there's going to be a great deal of adjustment that has to take place from your family of origin.
Okay, explain.
So the way in which you're going to live together is going to have to be an unlearning and a new learning process from the family that you grew up in. So the way that you do everything from sleeping to putting out the trash to brushing your teeth, you have habits and you have ways of doing things that your family of origin, the family you grew up in, did.
Right. So you're saying things like getting together with family, communicating, the way a house is run, the way you deal with work issues, all of those things you think are normal because it's the way that your family of origin did it. And now you're bringing it into a marriage where that other person has their own set of ideas of how things should be done. And so that could be a clashing point.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it could be. It will be a clashing point. So get prepared by not being surprised when there's a clash.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about when you're going into a marriage is that this is going to take place. And it seems so mundane, so people don't talk about it.
Right.
But like where you put your toothbrush after you brush your teeth could be a point of contention that could, like a cancer, spread and affect your marriage in a significant way.
How do you stop it from spreading like cancer?
Awareness.
Okay.
So more people letting other people know that this is going to be something that is going to occur in your marriage.
Yes.
Be prepared by being aware that it's coming.
I'm sorry, I need to go like a couple steps further. What's next then? Okay, so somebody hears this, they're not married yet, or maybe they are, but then they become aware and they're like, okay, this issue actually has been bothering me for a long time. Now what?
So if this issue has been bothering you for a long time, then you need to get away. And by away, I just mean by yourself and figure out why.
Okay.
Why does it bother you? If you can't say why it bothers you, you are not ready to take that issue to your spouse.
So you're saying not just it, and it can't just be like a surface thing, like this is the way we did it, or can it be that? Like, so you really want to figure out why does it really bother me so that you can give a good solid reason to your spouse as to why. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Like you can't just say that's annoying. Stop. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because you're just opening up a point of contention that you really don't have an answer for.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot in communication in marriage. I don't want to get to another topic and get away from your question.
That's its own whole topic.
Right. But that happens so much in communication where people come to the topic not knowing actually what they feel about the situation. So really you're just coming again with your feelings, but you have nothing behind them to reinforce why your spouse should care.
Right.
If you're going to say, I hate when you put your toothbrush on the side of the sink instead of in the toothbrush holder. I mean, the easy answer for the spouse is, well, that's the way I did it when I grew up.
Yeah.
And your response is, well, my family did it differently.
Yeah, and
But that's not an argument.
Right.
You need to be able to say to your spouse, I really value an uncluttered sink.
Right.
I value, not what my family did. Because that's different than what you value. Maybe your family did something that actually instilled a value inside of you that your spouse is cutting against.
Yeah. And I would say this is really important because sometimes you, at least from my experience, when you do that, you take the time to figure out, why does this bother me? Sometimes you find out that it's not something that you actually need to share with your spouse.
Right. You just figured it out on your own.
Because you're like, oh, this is actually an illegitimate reason. And it's my issue.
Yeah.
Like it's not his issue, it's my issue.
Yeah.
And then you can just, it's like easier to let go. You're like, okay, that's something that I just need to let go of, and it's not something worth bringing up.